Thank you so much for meeting with me again. I really am so happy that you trust my taste for planning your vacation. How was your trip to Italy? Of course, I knew this would be the case. Everyone who goes to Italy falls in love in one way or another, or you fall in love with Italy, or you fall in love with somebody in Italy. Oh yes, so is this why you want to go back to Italy? Yes, I spoke to you a few months ago. We planned your vacation, and now you want to go back for Christmas, Natale, yes. Perfetto, perfetto. I have some research I did for you. I will pretty much read everything online to you. Yes, I have some information about Italy for the Christmas season, so you know what to expect. You can be familiar with the traditions in Italy, okay? Yes, it's very interesting. Some things we do might be considered quirky. I heard this term I found online. I said, what is quirky? It is meaning strange, so this means strange Christmas traditions. For us it's normal, but for you maybe it's strange. So I want to read to you today and you tell me what you think, and if this helps to prepare you for Italy in the Christmas season, okay? Yes, because for us Christmas is very important, yes. It's like a holiday. It's the most important, really. Yes, it blends everything we believe in, the traditions, the family, the church, everything comes together. Yes, Italians are very typically religious people. Yes, Catholic traditions are very popular. Of course, we have San Pietro, la Chiesa di San Pietro. Did you visit on your trip? You visited? What did you think? Beautiful. It's so big, it's incredible. You think, ma, how was this built? Can you believe it? And now to create a subway will take 20 years. It's incredible, really. But, okay, I want to give you some information about this. Like I said, I'm going to be reading from some notes online, mix up, we will talk, ask me questions if you're confused, okay? But a few things you should know. I go over like 5-6 things. It's the basics, yes. Okay. Okay, perfetto. So basically, Italy is very popular for Christmas. We have beautiful things, but some things might seem strange for you. I'm not sure what you're used to, but basically in Italy it's like a month of festivities, really. So essentially, you know, you have like Christmas spirit, but mainly it begins on the 8th of December, okay? Yes. Yes, esattamente. Yes, Dicembre we say, okay? And basically we celebrate the Immaculate Conception. So, a fun fact that you can say to your friends at the parties, basically this festival marks the conception of Mary rather than Jesus, as God intervened to absolve Mary of original sin when she was still in the womb. So it's like the Immaculate Conception. It's very important. And this begins on the 8th, so many Italian homes and towns put out their decorations while a cannon is fired from Rome, from the Castel Sant'Angelo. Did you see on your trip? Yes, from the outside you saw? It's beautiful, very close to Vaticano, yes. Okay, so they basically fired this cannon from Castel Sant'Angelo. And this marks the beginning of the celebrations, yes, and this does not stop until the Epiphany. L'Epifania, yes, so on the 6th of January, so basically you have like 1 month of festivities. So after the 25th it's not over, but instead, yes, we have La Befana. I will talk about that after, okay? It's very interesting, very interesting. So basically, Yes, the 6th of January is when the 3 wise men arrived in Bethlehem, which is reenacted by the 3 horsemen in Rome's Piazza Navona. You saw Piazza Navona, of course. It's one of my favorite piazzas in Rome, yes. It's fantastic. So, it's very, very interesting, and Advent is a very big deal in Italy, so there are basically special services of the Chiesa around the country on the Sunday leading up to Christmas, so every Sunday is like very important. Yes, in all of December, yes, okay. So, there is a 9-day period before Christmas known as the Novena. This is when we remember the journey that the shepherds took to see baby Jesus in the manger. It's a very important, baby Jesus. Yes, there is even a hospital in Rome, Bambino Gesù, named after baby Jesus. It's very, very important to the heart of Italian people. So, in the rural areas in particular, children go from house to house dressed as shepherds and performing Christmas songs or poems during this time. Like your Christmas carols, this is very similar. So you exchange for money or sweets, something like that, yes. Very cute. So yes, for Italians, Christmas Eve is actually very important, maybe the most important. Yes, it's very, very important. Yes, it's a day to be celebrated. I talk about a little bit later. Next we have this part in my notes. It's called Bagpipes and Bingo. Because in Italy, Christmas has retained its religious roots for more than any other country. It's very, very long-winded, so you'll hear the celebratory church bells on Christmas Eve to mark Jesus' birth. But there are a few more recent traditions that are more bizarre. I read them to you. For example, in southern Italy and Rome, bagpipe playing shepherds, or we call this zamponiari, perform tunes in piazzas. So it's like normally dressed in wool clothing, you know, like a shepherd. The pipers usually travel in pairs from the mountain homes. It's a very spectacular, yes, it's interesting. And across the country, but particularly in the south of Italy, it's very common to play tombola. Tombola is an Italian game similar to bingo. You play throughout the winter holidays. My family in particular, we are from the south of Italy. We play tombola. Now with a bingo you have a bingo chips. They give you the red chips you put on to place on the numbers. It's not uncommon for your nonna to peel like an orange mandarino, and you save the skin and you place that on and you play instead of the chips. The tombola board never has a chip, so you use whatever you can make, you know, arrangiarsi, to make do. So you take the piece of the fruit and you put on the skin of the orange, you make little, you place on the number. So in tombola every number has a meaning. It's very interesting. So tombola is another story, but it's like the Italian version of bingo we play during the holidays. It's very sweet. If you travel to the south, maybe you can play. It's very, very nice. Everyone bets money. Usually you get money for like one column is like less money, whole board is more money, similar to bingo. It's very fun, very, very fantastic. But aside from the games, more serious is maybe you know the Christmas and nativity, the nativity scene. But Italians are very, for us we go crazy for the nativity. We call this presepi. So il presepio you see not just at the church has a display of the presepio, but in Italian homes there is a presepi there, presepi maybe in a local store, very important. So not just in church but in a public area, family home, and this is can be very detailed. So not just baby Jesus, Mary and Giuseppe, yes, but we have the entire town of Bethlehem. Yes, everybody is there. It can be very intricate, beautiful, the manger scene of Christmas. So yes, Italians are very crazy for this. It's very important to us. Sometimes there is a modern twist. If you go to like a fun town, you can put fun characters in this. You can see like a pizza maker, politician. It's like something fun to do, but it's very important. If we talk about the south in Naples, there is the true home of the Presepi. The street of Via San Gregorio Armeno is sometimes called Christmas Alley, as its shops sell figures from the manger, from the crazy to more traditional. So it's very popular in Napoli. It's something to see for the Christmas, so for sure, very traditional, very nice. I can make a note for you. I save all this information so you don't have to worry. Is this okay? Am I talking too fast? Sometimes people tell me, you talk too fast, slow down. Okay. I talk a little bit more slow. I'm very excited for this information I found. I want to share with my new friend. Okay, relax. Christmas is my favorite holiday, you know, so it's like I'm very excited, you know. Okay, so how can we talk about Christmas without talking about food? For me, to travel, to eat food from different region, culture, it's very important. So, did you have good food on your trip to Italy? What was your favorite dish? You like a carbonara. It's a very nice heavy pasta dish, nice to eat even in the winter months because it's very pesante, heavy, and it's very nice to have when you're cold, keeps you warm, you know. La carbonara of Rome, it's beautiful. So we talk about food. It's good? Okay, so food and Italian culture go hand in hand. Yes, and it's more true than ever at the Christmas time. So typically on Christmas Eve, December 24th, it was a traditional day to fast before Christmas for Catholics, but the festivities are after the evening mass, traditionally, but this is still observed in many families. However, this is like a change. So to fast you don't have meat, so on Christmas Eve you never have meat. No, nothing like that. No carbonara, no. You have fish, pesce, yes, you have lots of fish, and there is even an evening meal called the Feast of the Seven Fishes. It's usually based on seafood, so you don't have any meat on this day, so you can have like clams, oysters, things, vongole, all these fun, exciting things. Yes, it's a fish, exactly. So we don't do like maybe American style, you have a turkey or a ham, something like that. You know, we have a fish. Then on Christmas Day you can have a more heavy, like something like a lasagna with a meat. Yes, you can have that on Christmas Day, but Christmas Eve, no, you don't have. Yes, fish. Yes, any kind of fish you want. It depends on the region, really. Yes. Then after the Christmas Eve you have a Christmas Day. You have the cenone, okay? This is like the big dinner. La cena is dinner, but cenone is like pesante, but it's like a big dinner. Varies from region to region, so depends where you go, but typically you have meat back on the menu, like I said. It's always accompanied with pasta, you know. If it's like a party, we Italians, we cannot have a meal without pasta. It's like strange for us, but of course the region is different. Some regions have more riso, rice, or you can have something like, depends where you are, polenta, maybe it's different, but yes, pasta is very popular. And usually you will have for a dessert like a panettone. This panettone is like a Christmas bread. It's originating in Milano, okay? There is like other desserts you can have with nuts, fruits, but the most common is panettone. Usually panettone is like a sweet bread, almost similar to like a brioche, but different. Very big, heavy, filled with, made with butter, eggs, you know, lots of farina, flour. It's like a heavy bread. You give this, it's a common gift to have for the holidays. Yes, when I was growing up, you go to the nonna's house, you have a panettone with the raisin candied fruit. If you're a kid, you pick out the raisin because the panettone with chocolate is the best. So, but now I like all kinds of panettone, fruits, nuts, chocolate, everything. It's amazing. You can have a big variety, but panettone is like very important. Yeah. Okay, so. Another thing is very interesting. This is part of the interesting I found online. I'm going to read. It says, one part of Christmas that's eagerly awaited by many workers is the 13th. 13, a festive bonus amounting to an extra month wages, just in time for gift shopping. It was first introduced under Benito Mussolini, his fascist regime, to reward the factory workers, which was later extended to all employees, so not just 12 months but 13 months. The bonus will come as a welcome surprise to, typical American person whose bonuses in their home countries are usually linked to like a performance. The custom exists in other countries, but it's very common in Italy, so I wanted to share that with you. The interesting thing is that for Italian people, 13 is not an unlucky number. 13 is a lucky number. For us, usually 17 is not so lucky. 17, yes. I don't know. It's 13 is always been considered pretty lucky, maybe for this rule. Esattamente. Yes. We are interesting people. You cannot say we're not interesting, that's for sure. Now, one of the last fun facts I have for you is La Befana. Have you heard the La Befana? Okay, well, this is, like I mentioned before, on the January 6th, but the Befana is very important. So, many children receive presents from Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. Typically it happens, but the Italian tradition is that you get a gift from La Befana. La Befana is like a Christmas witch, the old woman who brings presents on the Epiphany. Yes, the Epiphany Eve. So, legend has it that the three wise men came to her house and invited her to join in the search for Jesus Christ. She was too busy for housework, so she declined, but later changed her mind, and to this day is still searching for the child, leaving presents for any good child that she comes across. So she has la scopa, the broomstick. It's like a Christmas witch. You can see her in some towns in Italy as like a decoration. You see La Befana. So usually she comes on the 6th, so on the 7th it's like, for you, you have a Christmas stocking. Yes, the calzone. We can open this up and you see what did La Befana bring us. Did she bring us candy or coal? Yes, when I was little I always had a little mandarino in my stocking. Something very cute. So these are some fun Christmas facts. Do you have any questions to ask me? Because I have a lot of information on here. Anything else you want to know? Yes, in other countries it's like every country has a unique tradition, so Italy is not very different. There's a lot of sweet things that happen in Italy. Presepio, Befana, lots of new things. Yes. Yes, were you surprised by anything? The no meat on Christmas, it's strange, right? Yes. Lots of people are surprised, but it's only fish. Yes. Have you ever tried anything like this for your Christmas? Oh, you tried panettone. Did you like it? Yes, the one with the chocolate, yes. It's my favorite too, to be honest. I love chocolate, but if you have a chance, try one with pistachio. It's pistachio. It's like, yes, esattamente. It's delicious. It's one of my favorites. So these are some fun facts I thought would help you for your Christmas trip. Is it okay? Yes, of course, if you want to eat meat for Christmas Eve, go crazy. It's not anything, no one will be mad at you. Yes, yes, you can go to see Christmas Mass, it's very common. Okay, I'm going to make a note here to leave this with your email. Let's see. Okay, I send it to you, this link to this article. It was very fascinating for me, the quirky Italian things that we have. Yes, yes. Oh yes, you can visit Vaticano for the midnight mass, yes. Yes. It's incredible, but it's true. In Italy, it's like so many fantastic things we dream about in other countries, but it's like, yes. Oh yes, I dream about it all the time, yes. I miss my family in Italy, but I'm happy to be here helping people like you who want to see Italy. Yes, it gives me so much joy in my life, really. Of course, I'm so happy to help you, of course. These sessions they're fun for me like they are for you. It makes me think about my culture, my background, and I feel emotional, yes. The nostalgia, it's like a very nostalgic feeling for me, really. Well, I'm so happy to see you, I'm so happy to help you, and I'm so happy to spend this time together. Wonderful. I love Christmas too, so this is like a very, yes, Natale, you say. Great. Can you say with me Natale? Your pronunciation is getting very good. I think after your trip you're like talking like a local. Beautiful. Well, I'm going to close up this file. I sent to you this note, but it's so nice to meet with you. Forgive this late hour for me, and now I'm going to bed. Okay. It was very nice to see you. You look fantastic, and I wish for you a safe travel. If you ever need travel tips, you let me know what you're looking for. I find for you, okay? It was good. Perfetto. I'm so glad. Okay, so I wish you a good night and happy Christmas season to celebrate, yes.